Fire burning on the dance floor. Fire burning on the dance floor. Somebody call 911. Hello there. How's it going, everybody? Hopefully, you guys are having a good Saturday. Today, I'm coming here for live from Mexico City, Utah. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just making things up now. But just wanted to say I got some shout outs. But first of all, I wanted to say that we are doing dance floor on Impoppable. For any new viewers out there, I make Bloons Tower Defense 5 videos, and basically we're just working through the game. I'm learning it myself. Um, I took like 56 videos to make Monkey Lane Impoppable, and now I'm just working through some of the other videos. Today I am changing things up a little bit because I previously deleted this video accidentally. So I actually already had Impoppable beat on dance floor. I already had it saved and I already had it recorded, but somewhere in the process of me moving around videos and stuff, I deleted it. So here I'm going to record it live for you guys while I'm playing it, because I got a couple of things that I wanted to show people. Like, one of the things that I wanted to show people, talk to people about, was location finding for your units. So I'm going to put down this Monkey Apprentice right now. And what I wanted to say is that if you're looking, so this one is not going to be so important, but if you're looking to find an edge, you're going to want to start here in the middle and then slowly move to the side until you hit the red, and then go back just a little bit until it turns back to that, dark color instead of the red. And then you're going to want to go up, and then there you are. You have found your edge. If you go up and you hit the red in the other unit, and then you go back down, it's like you've found the perfect center in between the left and the top, that that way you can place it down and maximize your space. If anybody's interested, that's how I find my locations, and that's how I make sure that I don't know what to call it other than location finding. Um, Edge finding, whatever you want to call it. But that's just a little tip for you guys, anybody who's new out there and is trying to get into this game. That helps with, you can actually place more units in places and stuff by using that kind of strategy. So yeah, that's how we're gonna start today off, everybody. I'm doing this old style where I'm just talking as I'm playing the game. I did this in my first like 50 videos or so, and then the past like 20 I've been doing it more in the record style. So record and then re-record with audio over top of it. So this is a little bit of a test for me today to see how I can actually see if I can keep up with myself and keep up with the game. This map is not that difficult. I find this one to be actually fairly simple compared to even Monkey Lane, to be honest. I thought this one was a joke. But I don't know. It depends. It depends for everybody. And now I'm not sure if it's just because I know how to defeat. That's another edge find right there. I went all the way to the right, found the edge, went back just a little bit, and then went down, found the edge a little bit that way too. And once we put our monkey village down, I'll show you guys how to find some unit, or find. There's an area that as soon as it's outside of that area, you notice that the thing gets smaller. So there's another way to kind of not edge find, but you want to put everything inside of your monkey village if you can, so that it gets all the benefits of the monkey village produces. So that's another thing. But what I do want to say is I got a couple of shout outs today. And one of my videos is popping off, by the way. It's got 300 views right now, so that's like it's like going viral for me. That's probably 10 times the normal amount of views. Actually, maybe like 50 times the normal amount of views, depending on how you want to look at it. But my videos have not been doing very good, not been doing very well recently. So been changing up some thumbnails, been changing the titles a little bit. I'm getting a little bit more creative with a little bit better with GIMP. So working on that. Gonna have to get into some video editing at some point, but I'm not too concerned about that just yet. So we'll get there at some point. Not right now. It's not necessary. It's just this seems to be working. But I'm gonna say the shout outs here in a second, right after I put this monkey village down, because I just want to make sure that I get it down in the right location. So I'm gonna sell this sentry. That's how you get rid of sentries for anybody watching that's new, that hasn't used Monkey Engineer before. I might actually have to get another unit before. What do I want though? Let's just go. Yeah, I kind of don't want to put that right there. Let's put this up here. I like having the balloon chippers up here because if once I start getting balloon traps, if the balloon traps get placed up there, then when this balloon chipper grabs them, they'll actually go into the balloon traps when they come out the other side of the balloon trap. So, or balloon chipper. So that's fairly beneficial. Gonna start to have problems here with steel balloons as we get into the late 20s. But I'm gonna do my shoutouts right now. Henry French 1573. I was so this video, I was about to make this video last night because I seen your comment. You actually made a comment. I just wanted to say thank you, because you said I can't remember the exact comment off the top of my head, but you said something like, keep making these videos. And like that actually was really encouraging last night when I read it. I actually started to record it and then I realized I sounded stupid and I'm like, I can't make this right now. I'm not doing this. It was in the middle of the night and I just was kind of tired and not it's not that I wasn't feeling it. I just knew that my expression and my manner of speech was not going to be at the top of my game. So I was like, let's just avoid this for right now. But I wanted to say thank you because this video, in part, I'm making this video because of you. So thank you for, commenting. I appreciate it. And then I wanted to give another shout out to Dalton Hayhurst. I think I asked, what is the most difficult thing you've ever done? And Dalton Hayhurst said, sobriety. Yeah, man, I can imagine. And it depends on which, it depends on what your poison is too. Some people are into the alcohol, some people are into the drugs, some people are into the pills. I will say this is a real controversial opinion, but I think that a lot of the medical drugs that are actually given out by the pharmaceutical industry are probably not as good for people as people think. This isn't good. Shit, we almost lost there, boys. I upgraded, so I upgraded my Ninja Monkey. That was the main cause of that. If you don't have a strong Ninja Munchie, you don't have a good Ninja Monkey core, and just he's got some good popping power, then you're gonna have some difficulty on some rounds because it cleans up those loose balloons real easily, and it takes care of the camo ones too. So it's pretty effective. It's a pretty effective strategy at getting through this game. I'm gonna go for I gotta get a balloon trap here, but I want to upgrade my monkey village a little bit before that, and then I'm not even gonna have time necessarily to do that. I'm gonna have to pretty much go for a super wide funnel because we're gonna have 45. We got a Moab coming. Moab's coming. Moab's coming. I have a bunch of other shit I wanted to talk about today with you guys. Oh my god, I got a funny one for you. I've been listening to this song on repeat. Kanye West has a new album called Vultures, if anybody's familiar. But I've been listening to one song on it in particular. The whole album's, when I first listened to it and gave it an initial listen, I wasn't the biggest fan. But it kind of grew on me with more oh, I just want to make sure I don't lose here. It's grown on me with more time that's gone on, and one song in particular just sticks out to me because it goes back to a movie from like Kanye's kind of a funny guy because it's like you could see he draws inspiration from just everyday things in his life that he sees, which I think most people end up doing. But because I mean, what else do you do, right? It's all about inputs. Like, people will say, well, I'm inspired by this, and it's like, yeah, like that was like, if all you were doing was like raking grass all day, you might be inspired by raking grass because that's all you had. People can shift energy and turn things around in their mind. Like somebody who actually has a really negative experience happen to them, they can flip that in their heads and actually change it. Oh, see, I don't like that. Putting down tax unnecessarily probably, but being a little bit sketched out by that, I'm gonna have to get a bomb tower. That's what I need right now. Mr. Bomb Tower, save our day. Fire burning on the dance floor. That's Sean Kingston. Sugar Sean. No, it's not Sugar Sean. That's a UFC fighter. Gonna go watch some UFC tonight with a couple of buddies. That'll be fun. Anyway, what I was talking about here was Kanye West. He has a new album. I think it's called Vultures 1. I thought it was a pretty unique title. It seems like he's kind of referencing people who are just trying to, get money out of him in some kind of way, which, there's probably a lot of people that do that, which sucks for him, but that, I think it comes a little bit with the territory, right? Like if you looked at a guy like Kevin O'Leary or Mark Cuban or anybody like that, I bet they have a lot of people who are trying to get money from them. I mean, you see people even on podcasts. I watched that Mark Cuban did a podcast with a girl, I can't remember her name, Bobby Aloff or something like that. The girl who like basically has no expression. She kind of just, it's like she pretends that she just doesn't care or know who these people are. I think she did an interview with Drake and she just pretended that she didn't even know who he was. And then they had a video of her at the concert and she was like pretending like, I don't even know what these songs are. And it's like, come on, girl. Like, like it's possible, I'd say that it's definitely possible that that's the case, right? That she might not know. But if you're deceiving people and just pretending, it's like, now, I mean, if you're doing it for a goof or for a gag, that's a little bit of something too. But, things that are like purposeful lies like that, I discourage, I don't like lies. I don't like liars, but I don't know if she is a liar. I don't know. Maybe she actually didn't know Drake. I think that would be, a complete surprise or shock. No! Okay, well, we're going to restart this one. Yeah, we're just going to restart right now. I don't want to fucking restart the whole video, but clearly I didn't win there. This would have been an easy win. By the way, when I did this, I'm just like I said, I'm just going to restart. We're just doing this right from the beginning, which I normally don't do. Normally I restart the video, but I want to get this one cranked out and get it uploaded today, so we're just doing this live. So this might be a 40 minute video, but fuck it, boys. Fuck it, boys. What else are you doing today? You watching me? Hopefully you're enjoying. But I did want to get back to my point about Kanye. There's a song on Vultures. It's called Back to Me. And it says a really funny line. And it's, beautiful big titty butt naked women don't just fall out of the sky, And it's from a movie called Clerks. And it's there's a scene in it if you want to go look it up. At some point I'll edit and put these clips inside the videos for you guys to actually just watch while I'm talking. But as of right now, I don't have that capability. So you can go look it up if you want. Just look up Clerks 2, Guys Just Don't Fall Out of the Sky, And there's actually a part in the video where I think it looks like their car breaks down and they had picked up a girl and it looks like they both were like kind of in love with her or something like that. I'm not exactly sure for what reason, but they seem to be in love with her. And she's like, fuck this, I'm out of here, because they're kind of talking about, well, I'm not going to be able to fuck her, and she's not going to fuck you if she's leaving. You breaking up with us? Guys like us just don't fall out of the fucking sky, And then Chris Rock falls out of the sky. So that's where that quote comes from. So he basically hears that. The main character in Clerks, the guy who talks, not Kevin Smith, but the other guy, I can't remember his name. But he actually ends up like right away after Chris Rock falls out of the sky, he looks up and he goes, beautiful big titted butt naked women don't just fall out of the sky, And it's like, he basically was just testing. Is like, wow, how did that just happen? I just literally said, guys like us just don't fall out of the sky, and it just fucking happened. And it's like, so he just immediately reacted and was like, well, beautiful big titted butt naked women don't just fall out of the sky, I just thought it was hilarious. So, I mean, Kanye made basically a whole song around that, and it's like, it's got such an interesting melody in it. I really like a lot of Kanye's songs. I mean, his viewpoints are very iffy, but Kanye hits, I will say that I don't think anybody quite realizes that it's like the innovation that guy has in his music it's pretty amazing, and it's funny. Like, it's like this guy's just like, he's just like a real guy, but I mean, he's kind of fucking nuts. And even in one of the songs, I think it's the next song after that, I can't remember what it's called, but the next song on the album after Back to Me is the end of it actually has like Mike Tyson talking about Kanye on his podcast. And it's like he's kind of talking shit. He goes, just like think about all the stuff that Kanye says. He says like a lot of like affirmation type stuff, you know? And it's like, yeah, he does. Like, you know, and he's a little bit delusional. There's definitely a little bit of fucked upness in his head, but you know, that's what it takes to be guys to be some people. You know, it's like, you know, people will look at somebody and they might think that they want their life, but it's like, do you really want to do all the things that they had to do to get to what to get to be who they are? I think it's a really valid question, you know, because I think for the most part, it's the answer is probably no. You know, I even asked. I had a couple of friends. I was up at their cottage. Well, it was my buddy's cottage, but he had his girlfriend there, and I was having a conversation with them one day. I just casually was like, "What do you guys?" I'm like, "Would you guys ever change your name?" And I asked Haley. I said, "Like, Haley, would you ever change your name?" And she said, "Yeah, actually." She goes, "I wish my name was Hallie." And I was like Halle Berry, and she's like, "Yeah." So I, you know, called her Halle Berry for a while, you know, as kind of like a joke. And you know, they asked me. They said, "Would you ever change your name?" And I was like, "No." Like, I'm not gonna say my name to you guys, but uh, it's one of those things where, like, you know, I just don't have any interest in really like being anybody else. You know, it's like I'm cool with just being me. Like, and that's fine for me. You know, it doesn't bother me. I think that I wouldn't really want to be anybody else. You know, there's your specific set of life experiences that occur to you, and the world elapses in a certain way. And it's like if you were to be somebody else or change, you know, now there's a difference. There's a difference in being able to like change your personality because like even within being who I am, I can adapt and adjust who I am on a daily basis or a weekly basis or a monthly basis. And like, you know, a lot of that stuff isn't even conscious, right? You don't do it on purpose. It just kind of occurs. I find stuff like that to be really interesting, right? Like people's adaptation of personality over time. I feel like even over the past like just 5 years, even though I'm like almost 30 years old, there's like a lot of little naive little things that I just don't do anymore. You know, and it's not like I was like naive like a kid. It's just like, you know, as you're going through life, things happen, and you just don't like the placement of that, so I'm gonna move it over a little bit more. Edge finding, a little bit. It wasn't that important there, but I kind of gotten pretty good at where the edges are. So, where I was going with all that is that you know, people, you know, it's very important to be yourself, you know, and kind of know who you are. And I think that young people obviously struggle with that because they aren't anybody, you know. But older people, like I think it's like past 25. I think I'm not sure. It's like I think the biggest cause of death in between for men in their 20s is actually suicide. And I think a large part of that is just to do with identity issues. Like men they might struggle with what they want to do, you know? They're not sure what they want to do. I don't like this. I don't like losing like this or getting close to losing. This is bothersome. I need to put a bomb tower. I don't want to be playing this game of pick up sticks. Pick up tacks. Sticky tackies. Going to view some houses today, looking at a triplex and a duplex. Trying to purchase something to move into. I'm not sure if you guys have been following the market at all, but it's a little bit weird right now, so I'm not really certain if it's the best time, but everyone seems to have their own opinion and I can't make heads or tails of it. So I as much as I'm a pretty skeptical person and oh, okay, got through that. Fire burning, fire burn. Oh, I gotta make sure I save up my money for a super wide. Super wide, super wide. You need a super wide. You need a super wide by 45. I'm not sure if I'm with Milk or Nick Van is still watching. I'm curious. How do you guys normally defeat your your Moab one at 45, you know? Those are two of like my like regular viewers, you know. So And I know that they play this game. So, you know, I'm just curious how you guys get by 45, because I pretty much always do it with a super wide. I just find that it's the easiest. It kind of gets you past, like, you know, the first 20 or so rounds when super wide show up. You know, I think you can get to like level 65 with like one super wide and maybe a couple of maulers. So, but you know, as you start to get up, creep closer to round 85, especially on Impoppable, it starts to get a lot harder. Ugh, sorry. Friggin' throat's a little scratchy. I don't have any water around, and I decided to make this video in a cold room. So, back in the old room here, I don't like this. I should have upgraded something, but I kind of want to save for that balloon trap. Somebody call 911. Fire burning on the dance floor. Oh, shorty. Sean Kingston. What a G. Last I heard of him, I think he actually fell off. I think he flew off a Sea-Doo or something like that. That was the last thing I ever heard about that guy. He seemed cool, you know? He had that accent from Jamaica. Sean Kingston. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of like a DJ Khaled type character a bit. Not in the same way. Like, DJ Khaled's almost become like a meme. Like, he is a meme character almost. Uh, obviously, what's his name? Sean Kingston isn't really. I mean, he's kind of memeable. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. A lot of tax today. A lot of tax. This isn't going to go well. I'm going to lose this one too. Shit. You know what? I'm just going to post this video like this because this has been the difficulty. So, we'll try another one, another day. Goodbye now. Have a good one, guys.